And in general, I've been following you and I've been watching your great work, and I noticed you emphasize, even in your book, but in your webinar and podcast, you've always noticed, you have always emphasized the importance of collaboration in achieving S&OP maturity.
Yes.
What strategies can you share with us? What strategies can companies use to break down silos and build a truly cross-functional S&OP process?
When you mentioned collaboration, really the keys of S&OP is collaboration, consensus, and transparency. Those were the three key aspects that we, through my research during COVID and post-COVID, that's really what I found out really makes S&OP. So collaboration is one of those key areas. So when you're looking at organizations, they need to be able to look at it as a business process. If you look at it as a business process, not a functional process, it impacts multiple different functions. That helps build collaborations. If you have that right mindset and you approach it the right way, that's one thing. The other thing is, unfortunately, a lot of people go into things thinking, what's in it for me? And they go with that mindset. And they approach most problems and decision making that way as well. The other way we kind of need to kind of change our paradigms or change our thought process is to kind of go in assuming the other person has a valid point, the other person has, an objective that may be, valid as well, and go into it more open-minded. That is one of the keys to build collaboration as well. There's a great book out there by Think Again by Adam Grant that really talks and highlights those aspects as far as going in with assuming that you may be wrong and understanding the other person's perspective. Kind of put that into a kind of a story or highlight when you're going into, like, let's say, add intel into a demand planning forecast. We have a great statistical forecast that's built, but we want relevant insights to bring into it. They come in and they bring in, hey, we're going to have a 15% lift. Well, instead of, you're crazy, we're never going to have a 15% lift, and then you start knocking heads, that doesn't build collaboration. Going into it with the mindset of, hey, help me understand where that 15% come from. Just that little change in the way you communicate, the thought process you have in that builds, okay, now you become teacher to me, and we have this dialogue. Those little things are what build the collaboration inside of an organization.
I couldn't agree more with that. At the end of the day, S&OP it's a mixture of opinion, a mixture of strategies, and different. Let's put it. Eventually, it is what it is. There are a lot of different, I would say, mindset conflicts, even interests, and you need to come up with one number, and it has, collaboration is key. You just can't ignore with it, and you need to know how to work together. I totally agree with you, and